Hi, I'm the Tree Buddha. Today we're going to prune a crabapple tree. This is my first video. Thank you for watching. To start, you get your tools ready. You should have protective headgear, a good pair of work gloves, and sunglasses that protect UVA and UVB. For cutting tools, you need a decent pair of hand shears. Always put them back in the locking position when not using them. A good pair of limb loppers, and a decent pole pruner. I got this one at the local hardware store for $40. A sturdy, appropriate sized ladder for getting to hard to reach places. General cleanup equipment, including twine. We'll get to that later. Okay, let's get started. Generally, when pruning ornamental trees, we'll start with the interior of the tree. We will take out interior growth, even these little guys right here, and we'll also pay special attention to get rid of like anything that's a problematic branch, something that will crisscross or is growing directly back into the tree. We don't want to go crazy, but we do want to thin it out and promote growth on the outside of the tree. So, I'll put on my work gloves, and we'll get started. So, as we're thinning it out, we can also go occasionally skipping branches so it doesn't look too bare on the inside. So with my pole pruner, I'm going to work on pulling in the sides of the tree. I'm going to go all the way around and pull into my desired width of the tree. We'll work on the top later and we'll work on the bottom later. We do the interiors, then the sides. So now I'm going to show you a more advanced technique. After you've started working around the tree, you should get pretty good with the pole pruner. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut, and at the same time we cut, we're going to pull away from the tree. This will prevent the branches from falling back in the tree and cause us a lot of work later getting them out. It's a technique, it's pretty easy to master. Just have a little focus and try to be zen about it. You cut, and at the same time you pull away. Again, you cut, and at the same time you give the pole pruner a slight pull. I'll show you a demonstration of what happens if you don't do that. Which causes us a situation where we'll have to get that branch out later. One branch is no big deal, but you can imagine if we had done that throughout the entire tree. It's important that once you get the sides, give it a good walk around and you check your work a couple times. Now that we have the sides pulled in, and I've checked my work once and even twice, we're going to go ahead and give it a haircut on the top. We're going to try to give it a rounded look, and we'll get all those flyaways. It's important to be careful of the communication lines that are running through there. You don't want to get your pole pruner caught on those. So, when you are cutting by the wires, these lower cables will be the communication lines. That means telephone and internet. The higher cables are the power lines, very dangerous, although even the communication lines can carry electricity. Be very, very careful when working around them. And a special note at these boxes. This black box to my right is where all the information cables hook up. They are a very, very popular spot for bees to nest. Be very cautious that you don't disturb a bee's nest in those boxes. Once again, they are a very, very popular spot for bees to nest. Be careful and notice those boxes, especially when you're up in a tree and you can't get away. Don't want anybody to get hurt, but don't be afraid to get in touch with your inner 12-year-old and go ahead and hop up in the tree and see what you could do. Could I have said that better?
No, I thought that was pretty good.
For hard to reach places, don't be afraid to stretch your brave. Go ahead and hop up in a tree like you used to do when you were 12 years old. You might surprise yourself at what you can still do.
Okay.
Every day is an adventure. Pretty good, right?
Yeah, I think so. You got any Zen Buddha quotes you wanna?
I have no Zen Buddha quotes. So basic pruning techniques. Crabapple tree and most apple trees you will find to be very, very resilient. That means you can pretty much hack them anywhere you want and they will regrow. They're very weed-like. But generally, you want to make cuts close to the buds. And when choosing a branch, you want to make sure that you follow the 2/3 rule. That means whatever branch you cut, the remaining branch is 2/3 the size of the stalk it's attached to. If you pay attention to that concept, you will prune wonderfully. Okay, so in the beginning of the video, I explained we need twine for the cleanup. And what we're going to use, most municipalities, we're in Matamoros, Pennsylvania right now, and they have a great grounds crew that comes around and cleans everything up. And we're going to do what they require, and that's to bundle the branches. You will start by making a loop in one end of twine. This is good twine that rots away in the soil of the earth. You will keep it attached, do not cut it off. You'll never know how much you need, and this way you'll prevent waste. Unravel a bunch, and once again keep that attached. We'll cut that at the end. Then you can simply take your brush, lay it across the end, make our loop. I use our pole pruners to do that. And we can cut the exact size we need. Ravel it through. And tie it off. If you don't know how to tie a knot, tie a lot. Simply lift it with your convenient carrying handle. Drop it by the center of the road. Townspeople will be back to clean it up and appreciate the nice job you did. Thank you very much for watching my first video on the Tree Buddha. You can visit me at thetreebuddha.com. An extra special thank you to my son Damien for filming this project.